Okay, so suppose if you have a budget of 25,000 rupees, maybe you are a student or just starting your work life and you need a computer, then what are your options? A, laptop, but at this price you will get below average specs. And B, tablets or Chromebook, but they are not good computer replacement. We have already done a video for that. So that's it then. Increase your budget, or are you out of options? Well, not so fast. Doors may be closed, but a window is still open, and that is the refurbished market. So we bought this refurbished 2017 MacBook Air online for under 25,000 rupees. So now the question is, how good is a refurbished MacBook? Like, can you actually use a 2017 machine in 2023? Isn't it outdated? Well, to answer the question, I've been using this machine as my daily driver for about a week now, and I can say this may be outdated, but definitely not obsolete. Like, let me explain. Now, if you want to buy a refurbished MacBook, there are offline as well as online options, and both have their pros or cons. Offline, you will have to physically go to the shop, so it takes more time, but the advantage is you can actually see and test the device before paying the money. Like, if there are dents, scratches and all of that, you can be sure. We went the online way and we got this from Cashify. You get like 6 months warranty from Cashify and 15 days refund policy. So that's a bonus which you may or may not get from the offline market. Now, the biggest concern with buying second-hand goods online is that you cannot physically see and verify the product, which in our case was very interesting. So we got the parcel in this big cardboard box. Inside you have the laptop wrapped up in bubble wrap, and you also get this MagSafe charger. More on this charger in just a moment. Now, Cashify offers this laptop in 3 conditions. It's fair, good, superb. So we got the middle one. So see here, there are a few dents and scratches here and there. This was fine. We kind of expected this. But what was not expected is they sent us a very dirty machine. Like, the first time we opened it, there was so much dirt on the keyboard. The screen and the entire laptop was filthy. So like, like, come on, Cashify, at least clean the product before sending it. God knows what the person did to the laptop. I don't even want to think of it. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's get into the MacBook. Now, the first thing that really got me hooked to this MacBook is the build quality, because generally under 30,000 laptops look somewhat like this. They are bulky, plastic body, and well, the design is not something you can really flaunt about. But now, have a look at this MacBook. Like, it is sleek, it is lightweight. See, it weighs about this much, plus you get a full metal body. So this looks and feels very premium. Also, the hinge quality is really good even now. Like, you can easily open the laptop with one hand. And here's the best part. This Apple logo here, it glows. So you even have that flaunt factor. This MacBook Air may be from 2017, but I must say Apple really nailed the design. It still looks and feels just like any other premium laptop of 2023. And here's a bonus point. See, on the Windows laptop, the charging LED is over here on the side. You have to tilt your head and look at it. But on the MacBook, the charging LED is on the connector itself. So even if you close the lid and if you charge the laptop, it's easier to spot that it is charging. Like, Apple design is, I would say the MacBook was more functional and ahead of its time. Another thing that is better with this MacBook Air is the sound quality. Like, just for comparison's sake, I have this Windows laptop which costs 35,000, and I'll play the music first on the Windows machine. Hear it? Now see, the sound seems a bit low, muffled, flat, because the speakers are positioned at the bottom of the laptop. And this is the case with most Windows laptop at this price. Now, I'll play the same track on this MacBook Air. There is so much bass here, like it does sound louder, and that's because the speakers are placed at the back. So there is no way of blocking the sound. Besides this, the display here is also on par with other laptops at this price. See, if I play a video side by side, the colors, brightness and all of it are very similar. Only thing is, this has a 900p display, whereas other laptops will for sure be 1080p. But in day-to-day use, you will hardly notice any difference in the screen resolution. So we'll do a fun little test to show you how good this keyboard is. Well, we have 3 laptops here. This is my daily driver Asus VivoBook, costs about 60,000 rupees. This is 2.5 lakh. Sans laptop MacBook Pro M1. Things you can do if you have money. And this is the MacBook Air 2017. So now San will blindfold me and I'll type on all the 3 laptops and I'll try to guess if I can still find out.
How is the blindfold? Can you see?
I can see my life. It's dark.
It's dark.
Oh. This is like a good keyboard.
Let me just put your fingers on. This is F and this is H.
This feels like a MacBook.
Okay. Try the other one. This is...
Man. This also feels like a MacBook. I liked every keyboard.
So, so guess which is which.
Okay, so I think this is my laptop. I've used it like daily for the past 2-3 months, so I know this is my laptop.
Correct.
But now that I think of it, it doesn't have a bad keyboard. Both of them I think feels like a MacBook, but I'm not sure which one's which.
So are you saying both are equally good?
Both are equal. So Apple basically in 6 or 7 years made the same keyboard. They actually fumbled the keyboard in between and then they went back to the older keyboard. So I think both of them are nice. Plus this is a backlit keyboard, so I can even type in low light and it wasn't an issue. Same goes for the trackpad. It supports multi-touch gesture. So see, if I do this with 2 fingers, it is scrolling up and down. But if I do this with 3 fingers, it shows me all desktop and windows I have open. So for 2017 standards, this trackpad was very good. Speaking about all the windows that I have open, if there was one area where I had my doubts was the performance. Because this is a 2017 machine. It has an Intel i5 dual core processor, 8GB DDR3 RAM. For a 2017 machine, this was good specs, but for 2023, not so much. But I was so surprised with the performance that we were getting. So I was using the MacBook Air for writing my scripts, watching YouTube videos, listening to music and all the normal stuff. To my surprise, I didn't notice any lag or anything here and there. First, just have a look at this. If I close the lid of the MacBook and I open it, it wakes up instantly. Like, see, I do this multiple times, it wakes up instantly every single time. Like, Apple paid close attention to this. Now, it comes with a 120GB SSD, which is pretty fast. Like, see, if I have multiple apps open, like File Explorer, Chrome, Slack, and Photoshop, if I switch apps with the trackpad gesture, see, the switching between apps is so smooth, there's no jitters or anything. And I was making thumbnails for our videos on Photoshop, and see here, there is no slowdown of performance or anything. I can apply all the layers, add text, color grade, it is performing just fine. I can even do light video editing on FCP, like making reels and shorts, it is just fine. Now yes, it has only 8GB RAM, so if you push to its limit, like if you open more than 1020 Chrome tabs, or if you do proper video editing, then it struggles. Come on, for like 25,000 rupees, the performance is absolutely fine. So of course, everything seems to be good, excellent about this second-hand MacBook. But before you go ahead and get this shiny, glowy MacBook, there are 2 major concerns with this 2017 MacBook Air. First is that you will not get any more update. So see, this is running macOS Monterey, which is like 2 years old now, and this won't get updated to the latest Ventura or Sonoma. Now what this means is, like see, if I try to install the latest FCP, it just won't let me install. So you will have to use an older version of FCP. Similarly, new macOS features like Stage Manager and all of that, you will not get here. And number 2, and this is the deal breaker, the battery life here is below average. So see, if I go into system settings, the cycle count is 450. The 2017 MacBook Air is recommended to be used until 1000 cycle count, meaning this has around 50% battery health, and I feel even the battery is not original. And not just numbers, even in my normal use of writing documents, the battery would go from 100 to 5% in just 2 hours. So that is very low, even if you compare it to a Windows laptop at this price. So yeah, that was the video. This was a fun little experiment that we did. Now to answer the question, is a refurbished MacBook in budget any good? First of all, if you want to do anything serious or productive, I would recommend you to raise your budget and get a laptop around 40,000. That's the bare minimum. As a friend, I would recommend buy a cheaper smartphone but spend good on a laptop. Now, even after this, if you still have a strict budget of 25-30,000, well in that case, you can look into the refurbished market. The 2017 MacBook Air is a worthy option. Like Apple really future-proofed their machine back in the day, and even by today's standard, it has a great build, good typing experience, decent performance. And I would still say this, as an Android fanboy, I personally feel MacBooks are the best Apple products that you can buy. Let us know if you'll buy a new Windows laptop or a used MacBook. And I'll see you in the next one. This is Pradeep signing off. Pew, pew, pew.